This is Starry Ari's ASMR. I am Ari, and today I am here set up in my bathroom because I would like to take my nail polish off. So I did a video of me painting my nails with this color, and it unfortunately has just started to chip. And usually if it's just, one or two spots, I don't really mind just like painting a little extra just to kind of have it last a little bit longer. But now it's just gotten to the point where it's like a little bit ridiculous, and I don't want it on my nails anymore. I am very, very rough with my hands, and so my nail polish usually doesn't really last very long. So it's kind of funny to have videos so close together of me painting and removing my nail polish, but that's life. And I have this towel here, and you can see it's a little bit old. I have some stains on it. And this has been my kind of go-to towel whenever I'm doing nail things, or I think there's like makeup spilled on it at some point. So this is the towel that I usually like to use because I'm just not worried about, getting it stained or anything like that. So I have this laid out on my counter here. You can just see my sink over here. So I have it laid out on this counter, and today I'm going to be using this nail polish remover. It's by Onyx. It says Professional Nail Polish Remover Moisturizing Formula. And I've seen Onyx, I feel like everywhere. I feel like this is kind of a common brand that I've seen in a lot of drugstores. I'm not particular to one type of nail polish remover, so I just, I feel like a bottle usually lasts me quite a long time, especially nowadays because I'm not painting my nails as much as I used to, because I mostly do press-on nails now. But this is the one that I'm using, and it says Salon Strength, enriched with vitamin E and grapeseed oil. Removes nail polish, nail glue, glitter polish, and more. And this one I feel like is, a pretty good. It's a good basic one. I feel like my nails aren't overly dried out after I use it. And I do like the pretty purple color. So that is the polish remover I'm going to be using. And I also like to use these cotton rounds, and I just have them off to the side of my sink because I just use these also for maybe removing my makeup or just whatever I need. And so I have these. I have them just in this little acrylic container, and I have matching containers. Like I also have one for my Q-tips. I used to remove my nail polish with Q-tips, but then I had to use so many Q-tips, and I was like, why am I not just using cotton rounds? So I have a matching one for that. I also have one for like hair scrunchies and stuff like that. So I kind of like to try and keep my bathroom counter organized. It's a bit of a lost cause some days, but I can do what I can to try. And I think I might go ahead and just get started. So I'm going to grab just a couple of cotton rounds to start with. And then I'm going to open up my bottle of nail polish remover. Just make some lid sounds. It's a nice sounding bottle. And I'm just gonna put my cotton round kind of right on the edge and just press and tilt in a few different spots just to get that nail polish remover pretty saturated on there. And then what I'm going to do is take this cotton round and just press it on my nail. And I'm just going to hold it here for just a little bit. If I wasn't filming, I would probably be aggressively scrubbing my nails, but for the purposes of this video, I also think holding like the nail polish remover on your nail for a little bit, I feel like it does a better job anyways. I'm just usually too impatient. And I was thinking, because I was wanting to do this, like remove my nail polish today, I was like, oh, maybe I'll try and film it. But it doesn't really seem like much of a video. But I can try. So now I had that pressed on there for just a little bit, and then I just kind of rubbed the cotton round right over my nail. And there we go. Now that looks pretty good. I have a little bit on the end here still. I usually like to do one cotton round at the end over all of my nails just to kind of finish cleaning up anything that I left behind. Okay, that's good for now. And I feel like this is still pretty good on this side, so I'm gonna press it on my pointer finger here. And when I was thinking about this video, I was thinking it's so easy just to throw up my little tripod and start filming it. There's not really anything I need to prep. And I feel like life has been pretty busy recently, so if I can make a video out of something, I think I'm gonna just take that opportunity and try it. So it might be a little short, but we'll see. So I still had a little left over on the sides of my nails. Go just a little bit right on the edge. Okay, I think that one's good enough for now. So I feel like this side is pretty saturated. I mean, this part might be okay. So maybe I could try and use that. I usually try and use as much as I can on a cotton round. Yeah, that doesn't really feel like as much. So I'm gonna just flip it and use the reverse side. Try and just hold and press that down onto my nail. I did like having this color because just as we're getting into summer, it's nice to have something kind of big and bright like this. Okay, I think I might need to grab another cotton round because this one is just not getting off as much anymore. I'm going to take this second one and just press my nail polish remover into it. And now I can go for it. I feel like usually once the coat has been like properly dissolved. It's usually not too bad to get the nail polish off. And I do usually like to use a base coat to try and minimize any staining, because I really don't like my natural nails being stained if I can avoid it. Okay, this one I felt like I somehow got a little nail polish under my nail. Try and get that. I think that's a bit better. We'll come back around and clean it up a little bit. I do find that this nail polish remover doesn't smell as strongly as some others that I've used. I mean, it still smells quite strong, don't get me wrong, but it's just some nail polish remover. If I have my face over my nails while I'm removing my nail polish, it feels like I could, be inhaling lots of fumes that I maybe should not be. And I feel like I don't really get that as much with this one. Okay. I think that this hand is pretty much good to go. Like I said, I'll take another one at the end just to kind of finish cleaning things up. But I feel like this cotton round still has a little bit of nail polish remover in it, so I'm going to try and use it up. I think I soaked this one for a little bit longer, and so it feels like it has more. I also have those little fingernail clips. They're clips that you can put cotton round or whatever over your nail, cover your nail in what you want, and then you put the clip over it, and then it just keeps it in place. So if you're really trying to soak something off, those are definitely helpful. I use those a lot when I'm trying to get nail glue off of my nails. And I don't tend to glue down my press-ons too often. Most of the time I think that I just use the sticky, the little tabs that you put on them, because I find that those are also easier to remove. Okay, I think that's kind of all that I'm getting from that cotton round. So I'm gonna grab a couple more. Maybe one extra. But usually I like to have press-on nails on for maybe a day or two, and then I can take them off and go about my daily life without them. And go rock climbing and, do whatever I need to do with my shorter nails. And then if I want cute nails again, I can just put on some more press-ons. So that's usually how I use them. Okay, thumb's looking good. But every now and then, if we're going on vacation or a trip or something, and I know that I want cute nails, but I don't want to have to deal with the upkeep of regular nail polish, and I don't want my press-on nails accidentally popping off with just the sticky tabs. So in those those instances, I will usually glue them. And so once I am done with them and I just kind of want to remove them, I will usually soak my hands for quite a while in like very hot soapy water and just try and loosen up the glue as much as possible. And then I just really, really gently pry them off. I usually take a little like wooden cuticle pusher, and usually I get those in press-on kits, and so I have a little baggie full of them. So usually I'll take one of those and just really gently and slowly push under my press-on nail just to release the glue. And then once that's off, usually I'll have a little bit of remaining glue on my finger. And I usually want to get that off, so for that I typically soak my nail. I'll usually tear apart little cotton rounds or a cotton ball and soak those little strips and then place them on my nail. And then I'll use those little clips to keep it in place. And I'll let that sit on my nail for maybe 10 minutes. And usually I find that the glue is pretty ready to come off of my nail at that point. And other than that, I don't really take very good care of my nails, but I am quite blessed with fast growing and quite strong nails. I mean, my thumbnail here, I accidentally busted my thumb while we were camping, and so that one is kind of, it's going through it a little bit, but you know, I like to just go on with life and not try and be too delicate and dainty about it, and so usually my hands just get pretty beat up. I've got something healing on my finger here from climbing, I've got something healing here from camping, and I just, you know, I try and keep my hands moisturized and just sort of, you know, it is what it is. Okay, I think that looks good. There's a little bit on this side of my nail here. Okay, but I think that's a really good first pass. So now I'm going to take one of these extra cotton rounds and I'm just going to take some more nail polish remover and just scrub each nail one more time and just look over them more closely. I think that looks good. That one looks good. Try not to flip off the camera. This one I do have a little more nail polish at the base. Okay, now I think that looks good. Let's try this one. This one looks pretty good. And my pinky. Okay, I think that hand is looking nice and clean now. Let me do this one. This one still has a little bit of polish on this side there. And try and remove that. Also quite bad at cuticle care and keeping up with cuticle care. It's like every few weeks I remember that I should maybe do something about that when I'm doing my nails, but for the most part, I feel like I just don't really do a whole lot. It's exciting to have my natural nails grown out a tiny bit right now, because I haven't been able to climb, but I'm hoping I'll be able to go in the next couple of days, so I will need to trim my nails. It's been fun to have slightly longer natural nails in the downtime. Okay, I think that hand now looks pretty good too. Now I'm just going to put my cap back on my nail polish remover. And then I'm going to go ahead and wash my hands. Okay, so my hands are nice and clean now. And I am now going to put on some of this hand cream. And I have hand lotion everywhere in the house. I have one on my desk, I have one here in my bathroom, I have one on my nightstand, I have one on our coffee table. Like, I have hand lotion everywhere because climbing and just working out and everything, my hands just get so dry. And this is actually a hand cream that is geared towards climbers, and you can see it says Climb On Performance Skincare. And this one I got as a gift for Christmas, and it was kind of the first year that my husband and I really got into climbing, and we asked for hand lotion from both of our families, and so we got a decent amount of quite nice hand lotions. So this one says all-purpose lotion cream creme. It soothes and moisturizes only plants and beeswax, no synthetics or fillers, undiluted, no water added. So this one is quite greasy. I feel like I do need to rub it into my hands for quite a bit. So I don't really like to have this one like in the living room, or, you know, when I'm just kind of casually hanging out and maybe touching a lot of stuff. It's one where I want to make sure I have a decent amount of time to like spread it into my hands. I'm gonna take my rings off, and then you'll see this usually is pretty oily. I'm gonna put a little bit in my hand like that. Just about that much. You can even see like, it's quite oily. And then I'm just gonna take this and just rub it into my hands. Make sure I get all of my nails and fingers. Get down to my wrists. You can see I have scars and scratches and stuff all over my hands. This one definitely does smell like, I don't even know, it's almost like a lemon beeswax type of smell. But I do feel like it definitely helps keep my hands moisturized. I really don't like the feeling of dry hands. So I do use a lot of hand cream, and all of our hand soaps usually are pretty like gentle formulas. It's like I can use, you know, regular hand soaps as well. I don't have any particular sensitivity to to any, fragrance or anything like that, but I feel like ones that aren't gentle really can dry out my hands a bit more, and I wash my hands just, so often all day that I don't really want to like constantly need to put on hand cream like after every single time I wash my hands. I'm just going to take some time and really rub any of this excess in around my nails and around my cuticles, which I guess could be considered cuticle hair. But I just really want to make sure and get that all over. Here we go. See the lines from my rings. I don't really tan very easily. And as we're heading into summer, I'm like still quite pale. But by the end of summer, I will be still very pale, but slightly less so. So we'll see if I actually get any ring tan lines this year. Especially because we do have some fun sun vacation trips that we're going to be taking. So we'll see if I tan much from that. When we went to Costa Rica a few years ago, I did come back with a little bit of a tan, which was exciting. But again, it was just, I was slightly less pale. Alright. I think my hands are nice and clean and they are moisturized. And I'm gonna kind of let this sit on my skin for a little bit longer. And then I feel like my hands will just really